Let's play Where is Conor McGregor? Is he A, dancing with midgets, B, tweaking out of his mind, C, trying to injure soccer players, or D, trying to be the president of Ireland? The answer is E, all of the above. Last week, the true face of the sport, Alex Pereira, got it done in spectacular fashion and of course, saved UFC 307 from being a horrible card with even worse judging. But anyways, while everyone was watching, a shell of the former face of the sport was also watching as well, losing his shit in his living room.
Shama!
And when this video popped up in my feed, I asked the question that we've been all asking throughout the year. Where the hell is Conor McGregor? But before we get into the chaos, let's go back to a state of relative order. The long is an understatement here, the long anticipated fight between Conor McGregor and Michael Chandler was officially set with a UFC card, number, and date, and everything just a couple months ago. It was about to go down at UFC 303 on June 29th of this year. And they had a poster and everything, man. It really looked like Conor McGregor and Michael Chandler were finally going to fight after almost 3 years of not fighting, and we were finally going to see the return of the Notorious One, and we were going to finally see if the sparring was actually going to do anything, and we were going to finally see... Conor broke his toe in sparring, and those sparring sessions that were supposed to get him back to speed and bring the hype back became his undoing, and of course this card had to be saved by who else?
Shama!
And in the fallout of this situation, it's practically been confirmed by the UFC that Conor is not fighting anytime soon, as Michael Chandler is now set to face Charles Oliveira for a second time. I already made a video on Michael Chandler and his career, or lack thereof, now, but I still can't get over the fact that this dude wasted damn near 3 years of his career relying on this guy to show up. So while Alex Pereira continues to carry the UFC on his back, Conor McGregor has been slowly losing his mind. And in today's video, let's give you an update on where the hell Conor is and all the things he's been doing besides fighting. Let's start with him tweaking the fuck out. If Conor is at a fight, he's not fighting someone in the cage or the ring, he's fighting demons in the first row. It's customary at this point to put Conor in the first row and watch him lose his mind. We didn't necessarily see this at the time of UFC 307. He tweaked out from the comfort of his own home, but we routinely see this in Saudi Arabia for practically every big fight. Going back to the highlights of Anthony Joshua's upset, it was hilarious to see Conor losing his mind in the back to the crazy upset taking place in real time, and you know that Turki Al-Sheikh strategically places Conor to face the camera, and his post-fight interviews are no different. He was all over the place, not answering the guy's question, doing the classic itch the nose discreetly and rub the beard, if you catch my drift. And DiCaprio is also a master at this move. At another Anthony Joshua fight, we also have this classic still that is still one of my favorite pictures. Last year at the Day of Reckoning and another Anthony Joshua fight, Conor was actually talking about potentially fighting Manny Pacquiao in a potential super fight, but the idea of trying to find a catch weight for the two, I guess, had Conor's blood boiling, and Ronaldo clearly was not wanting a part of it. And that's when you get this classic image right here. And this was pretty hilarious at another Anthony Joshua fight, this time the Robert Helenius fight. Conor force feeds Joshua a nice glass of Proper 12, an overlooked moment in this ringside Conor era. And yeah, it might be fun to see ringside when he's losing his mind to practically every punch thrown, but sometimes it can be concerning and a little sad to see. Take the Sports Illustrated interview. For the promotion of his new Roadhouse movie, Conor and Jake Gyllenhaal were interviewed by Sports Illustrated, and it was concerningly not good for Conor. He was blinking uncontrollably, twitching. His shoulders in particular kept twitching up and down, and his speech was so weird, and he was pausing between words.
Movies made, you know, I'm blessed.
We've never seen him talk like that, and it's even more concerning and kind of sad when you contrast that speech pattern with the smooth talking, confident, and witty talk that you normally get from Conor. People were speculating alcohol withdrawal, possibly too much coke, or maybe sleep deprivation to explain this odd behavior, but in any case, Conor has a problem with something, and that's obvious to everyone. And sorry for that mood killer. Let's go back to Conor being very fun on substances. He was playfully, and playfully is put in air quotes here, but playfully sparring an Arsenal player and decided to throw a fucking oblique kick off rip, which is kind of hilarious considering these guys use their legs for a living. And I guess it was so concerning that the team was actually considering their match day protocols and are reviewing how the hell Conor got onto the field. And they're also trying to actively distance themselves from Conor, which low-key reminds me of Conor punching the shit out of the Miami Heat mascot and sending him to the hospital last year. But more recently, he did a live stream with DualBet and he gambled a little bit, as he does.
Give us another 1,000 chips.
And was at the top of his game, sharper than he ever was.
Stand your base.
He also had another live stream earlier this year calling out practically everyone that was on his mind, and honestly, if he never fights again and becomes a full streamer, I'm all here for it.
Osman, they can't even spell your name, lad. Osman is talking crazy right now. Where's Osman, the little bald little Maltese I had?
He's hilarious, and the way he answers questions on his thoughts on current events is pure entertainment. And so if these gambling sites keep pumping money into Conor McGregor live streaming, gladly take my money. And speaking of money and other financial ventures, Conor has made his way to the very entertaining Bare Knuckle Fighting Championship and announced that he is going to be a part owner. With Conor McGregor becoming a part owner of the fighting organization, he has officially entered his Dana White era, not just metaphorically, but physically too. And I'm not gonna lie, he does promote the hell out of it, whether it's on Instagram, whether he's doing the face-offs, whether it's him holding the belt in front of midgets doing a face-off, whether it's him in front of one trying to dance with him, or whether it's him giving into it. McGregor seems to be in his Dana White stage and looks like he's having a blast promoting Bare Knuckle, which I'm not gonna lie is probably one of the most entertaining fighting organizations outside of traditional boxing, promotions, and UFC. And I don't know how the financials look, but I would imagine he's having a fun time being a part owner. And though he isn't the president of this organization, he's gunning to be the president of something much bigger. Fucking Ireland. Conor made a tweet a month ago claiming he was going to run in Ireland's presidential election in 2025, saying, quote, "I would have all the answers the people of Ireland seek from these thieves of the working man, the disruptors of the family unit, these destructors of small businesses," and on and on and on. He also threatens to shut down Ireland's Dáil Éireann, I think is how you pronounce it, several times, which is essentially the country's parliament and where they make laws. Then he ends the tweet with a banger, saying Ireland needs an active president employed wholly by the people of Ireland. It is me. I am the only logical choice. 2025 is upcoming. I don't know too much about Irish politics, so I don't know if the current president is doing good. I'm not sure if anything Conor talks about has any credence, but I'm damn sure that this guy would make things a little more fun in Irish politics. So now we have to go back to the question that was first asked in this video, which is, where the hell is Conor McGregor? And the answer is literally everywhere else but fighting. In my personal opinion, I do not think Conor will ever fight again. There were rumors recently that Conor McGregor was going to fight Terence Crawford in a 2-fight deal, which would have included a boxing match and a mixed martial arts match, but Bud declined because he didn't want to get kicked and elbowed and shit, which is fair. But I think this existence of Conor is what we're left with. He's going to continue to stream and say wild shit and continue to tease a super fight with a boxer, even maybe a UFC fighter, but he'll never actually fight that person. The person he's going to fight is going to be a mascot, a soccer player, or anybody outside of the sport of actual fighting. And really, the last image we'll see of him is on the sidelines of the biggest boxing matches, tweaking out. And I mean, he's done it.
When that gold belt was around my waist, when my mother has a big mansion, when my girlfriend has a different car for every day of the week, when my kids have everything they ever want, then it will pay. Then I'm happy I lost my mind. Yeah.
He lost his mind, but he wanted to. He achieved literally everything he said he was going to do, and there's really no incentive for him to train or fight again. He's making way more money than he ever did fighting in the octagon, and by the looks of it, he's having more fun doing so, for the most part. Anyways, what do you guys think of Conor's current situation? What is he gonna do next? He's literally probably the most unpredictable person, but the only thing I really can predict and put money on is that he will never fight again. But again, of course, thank you guys for watching and always supporting, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.